In this next section, we're going to look at some automation functions that are available in Logic. I'm going to use these on the audio files, but this works equally well in MIDI, the techniques we're going to do today. And what I'm going to use is it's a version of Those Are the Days of Our Lives by Queen. It's something I've recorded at home for a guitar teaching project I'm involved in. And you can see basically what we've got here is 3 takes of the guitar solo, which we'll listen to in a second or two. And looking at the techniques we had before, I've used bits and pieces of the 3 takes to put the final solo together. A bit more background to the track. The original track had a drum track on it from the start, which I've actually just borrowed from the original and looped it and used that as the basis of the track as well to sort of link the two together. What I'd like to do first of all is just create a master fade out, so that's the whole thing will fade out towards the end. So I'm going to click on X for the mixing desk, and we're interested in this section of the screen here at the moment. Automation, set read to latch. There are other modes. For today's session, don't worry too much about them. If you do click on the other modes, you might get another message saying, do you really want to do this? So we're interested in latch for today, and for reasons better known to itself, it now jumps to the middle of the screen. So latch, automation latch, not record, just press play. And what I have done there, I've just created a fade out, and that's pulled the whole thing down. And now if I select read again, it will remember what I've done. And you can hear the master fade out there quite plainly. You can apply this automation techniques to other things within Logic. It doesn't just have to be volume and pan, for example. In the original recording, I've copied a Brian May solo. What he did, he actually had a delay effect on part of it, on part of the track. So, but I want to activate that at a certain point in the track. So I've got the echo there. Double click on that, and it's going to echo, or going to repeat or delay in quavers, in crotches, in quarter notes. And I want that to start coming in. I want it to start at a specific point in the track. So we just repeat the same thing that we did before. So it's this track here, and I'm going to select latch again. Just give myself a little bit of an introduction into it. And it's the echo unit I'm interested in here. So in fact, I'll just double click on it to open it up. Well, it doesn't matter whether you use that button or in fact the button there. And you can hear the point that I turned it off there, and I probably saw me just tweak that section again as well. So set back to read. Let's listen to that again. And we've got the master fader that I put in before, plus the activating the echo. If you get this wrong first time, you don't necessarily have to do it in real time all the time. You can actually view the information via that icon there. So that is the hide show automation, and that's our master fader there. And you will see this fader move in conjunction with that there, as you'd expect. Sorry, I had the wrong channel selected there. Just do that one again. Sorry, you'll see that the master fader move in conjunction with it, as the echo button will be shown as well. So it's a matter of just tracking it down as well. So if you look at the guitar track, it always defaults to volume, this. So it's that icon. That's the master fader track that we've got the volume command on. Now what we did before, we put on a echo, so it should be shown in here somewhere. There we go. In fact, in this term it's called an insert bypass, so it's that one, and that's the point the effect turns on, that's the point it turns off. It turns off when it gets to that point there. So we can adjust these positions where the starting and stopping points just very easily by moving those backwards and forwards. That's fairly easy to do. This is, I guess, is a bit more problematic. Last time I did this I screwed it up, so just bear with me a second. So what I'm actually going to do is just zoom out a bit as well. So this is the representing me physically moving the slider, all these dots here. We can turn this into one line just by dragging like that, really. And I think I can move that one back. There we go. So I'm just using the normal pointer tool. So we'll get the fader as we did before. But Logic has one more trick up its sleeve. To get a more natural fade, as I believe, we can go into Automation, Curve tool. There's an automation select tool as well there but you've got automation curve tool, and if you get this right, you can, depending where you put it, create some slight variations in the rate of change and how it fades out, basically. So if you listen to that, and it's just a smoother transition. So just to recap then, mixing desk, automation function here, select latch from here initially, and then in real time move the faders, drag the functions with the mouse, and then if you want to edit them later on, go into this icon here. There's actually nothing stopping you. The other technique, of course, is just to do a bit of adjusting here. Is I wanted to, not going to work. I'll just look at the MIDI, the bass part here. So if I just select the bass track, click on that, we need a pencil tool to put a little dot in there. We could actually, without doing the mixing desk thing we did before, just physically draw this information in like that. So that would, on your bass track, create a fade in as well. It's just, you probably won't hear much of a sound of this, but you'll certainly be able to see the effect on the slider. So you keep your eye on that slider. Now it's no. So the device I used at the end was the master fader. It faded everything out equally. This I'm just using the same technique to write on a fade in an individual instrument or change the level of an individual instrument.